Welcome back to the Content Complete podcast, featuring myself, Spencer, and my friend Matt with the Telltale Games TV, and known for such works as Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor, in under 5 minutes, Fistcake joining us today.
Also,
Hi, yes,
I'm just here as a friend. I have no stake in any of this.
Well,
I'm
I
like a
always say
loose
my
cannon.
friend instead of like co-host.
Okay, okay.
You know how
that's
the,
cool.
the
I
meta
guess
works.
you run the
You've never
show.
said 72 episodes.
That's
and
fine.
now you bring it up.
I didn't notice it till now. All right.
Now-
I thought
now I have
I
a
thought I
complaint.
was 33%, but I guess it's just 50-50.
Fine, I'll change it to our co-host. Is that cool?
Mm-hmm.
We're all co-hosts.
Yeah, that's why I say our co-host. Anyways, how's it going, Fistcake?
We'll talk about this
it's
later.
Going great. Oh God. Recorded after the stream. Have a half-hour discussion. It's gone pretty good. How about you two guys? Besides,
it's an interesting day of news. A couple of bigger stories that are coming on later on in the show. But first, we're going to talk about the games we played this week. Why don't you start us off?
well, the old Fist Cake has been playing games with you two. Believe it or not, we played Monday, Dark Souls 2.
Still going strong.
We tried a new method this week.
Yeah, two parties of two instead of one party of four.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of enjoy it. It kind of keeps the chaos to a minimal level, except for when we're trying to like talk to the person in our group while another person's talking. But it's not like it's whatever. Nothing too technical has to go on.
I do like how me and you were like a well-oiled machine, right? We got through both of our shit, and then we still have two things that we have to complete over Spencer and Coulter.
We were making really good time, and then like there was like a
And
fatal.
then you happened.
Well, I like died at a weird time, and then like lost access to an item and shit, and it was just strange.
And
But-
then you died again.
Oh yeah,
I'll just have you know that we were ahead at first.
Well, it's not a race, baby. It's a marathon. Got to get ready for that.
The important thing is we all came together.
Me
at
and
the end.
Fistcake, we were supportive of each other. I make a jump, he'd be
For the
like,
most
nice.
part.
He make a jump, I'd be like, dude, that was sick. You know?
And then somebody brought up Jade Empire. I can't remember who started it, but then
yeah.
it was another Dex versus Strength thing all over again.
Yeah, and then the Great Divide once again.
We came back though. It never affected our play. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
no,
I said, we keep it, the play is, quintessential, and we both knew that. That's what a well-oiled
Opinions
machine
aside.
knows.
It just sounds like you're saying whale oil machine the whole time.
Well, they're both
Could
made
be.
out of the same thing.
Whales and wells.
Whales have oil. They can be. Wait, there's something with their blubber or some
Yeah,
shit?
it's what people used to do.
I thought you were
lanterns with back in the
comparing-
day.
Yeah, whale oil.
I thought you were comparing whales with wells, not whale oil.
Well, they both
you know what.
include water, and whales do.
Anyways, we're not talking about Dishonored.
Got him. But yeah, no, we
Nice.
got pretty far, and actually Coulter stumbled into a hidden area that we didn't discover.
Oh,
When
right.
he got knocked off the cliff.
Me and Fistcake, we're not one for details.
We're not very well known. Yeah, we just kind of go, okay, fog gate, cool, that's progress. Beeline, let's go. Oh yeah, because you guys like discovered things. Like the other team would, Spencer and Coulter would discover things, and me and Matt are like on the other side of the world. Like, oh yeah, we'll circle back to that and do that real quick. And
We have
it's
time.
just, yeah, we got plenty of time. We're already at the boss gate. Fuck it. No.
We were at the boss gate for a long time, and then Spencer kept dying. What else?
It wasn't that bad.
Tuesday, we finally defeated the Killer is Dead. No, not the Killer. Killer is dead.
Oh God!
This killer is dead.
What
that
an
was-
unsatisfying ending to an unsatisfying game.
It just, yeah, I remember the ending, and like I remember ending, before when I played it, before we played on the stream, like the only thing that stuck out to me was the ending, not because it was good, it was because like that was kind of dumb. That was it wasn't even really an ending. It was just nothing got wrapped up, nothing got explained, nothing really happened.
Yeah,
It's just
I mean, I think you're supposed to
a
be like,
cycle begins
oh
anew."
shit, David's your brother. Spoilers. And like this
Can't
is
say spoilers
crazy.
afterwards.
I can do whatever I want. I'm 33% of the show. But yeah, so you have all these revelations and stuff like that, but they don't mean anything because there's no buildup. No, this whole time you're not wondering, oh, I wonder who Mondo's brother is, or even if he has a brother, or what's up with the eggs.
Yeah.
What's going on with the mom?
All of the scenes that
none of that matters because it doesn't. Like they don't build it up right.
Yeah, and all the scenes that eventually end up including him as a character aren't scenes you were even questioning before. You weren't even thinking about it.
Yeah,
right?
When he would show up in your dreams and like kill your mom and crash your eggs and stuff like that, you just be like, yeah, this is a weird game.
Yeah, and like,
God,
he didn't answer any questions when he was revealed as being a brother.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that sequence that happened like 3 times in a row. Like the eggs crashing, the David slashing. Then that happened like 2 or 3 times. Then we had the weirdest boss fight where basically select David, press X. Okay, do that 3 times in a row, you win.
Oh, yeah.
And then they gave us the extended cut where David slashes again because of Mondo's arm. What?
This sounds like a sequel. David slashes again.
I knew his arm was giving him trouble, but like, so what? What does it matter? And now he's a mech. I don't understand.
Yeah, they became wire beings, and then they were both back to business suits. It was a really weird ending fight.
Yeah.
Don't play it unless you really love the gameplay for some reason, which the fighting's okay.
I mean, good. I mean,
it's flashy.
Yeah, well,
it's very flashy. Yeah,
it's very bright.
Yeah. So just desaturate all the colors like half value. So that, like the cell shading's not so terrible, and that might be good. I don't know. There's like I think there's like a speedrunning community or some kind of challenge community for Killer is Dead.
Actually, I would watch a speedrun of Killer is Dead. It's just the right level of what the fuck, Yeah. It's like oh, this is a weird game, but we speedrun it, and like those some of those types of games are like some of the more fun ones to watch get speedrun because you're like you're over there just like it's like a fever dream. And they beat the game in 10 minutes. You're like, oof, blah, blah. But I'm sure the game will never be at AGDQ just because of the weird date scenes.
I don't think unless you have to do those. I assume that the
the speedrun wouldn't have any updated stuff because
unless
that's the way
they need
work.
like a thing.
Yeah.
Well, no, they picked the fastest version.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you can skip it. If I remember correctly, you don't have to do it at all. Yeah, because I just showed it to you guys just so people could see
right.
It's
one of it.
It's weird.
Yeah. It's so that's over. Next week we're gonna be playing Resident Evil 6 for the Spookathon times, which will probably last until fucking the end of time because I don't know how long the campaigns are, but I know there are Jake and Sherry. There's Chris and some other guy, and then there's Leon and some other girl. And then I think there's like a special 801 campaign, which I don't know if you want to do that or not. I don't really we'll figure that out. But
yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I mean, I would prefer to do the Leon one just because I'm preferential towards Leon as a character.
Well, that's another question. Are we doing all 3 campaigns, or are we gonna do just one?
I say do one campaign and see where we're at. And then maybe we'll come back to the game later.
Okay, all right. I just didn't know.
Keep it going with the different games.
Okay, yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure because I didn't want to all right, and we are going to play the entire campaign. We'll be streaming this until next year.
Promise.
It's a promise. You heard it here first.
Oh God. Man, we'll work out those details probably Tuesday or between now and then and work on that. But yeah, Resident Evil 6. We're gonna figure out who we're gonna play. And we can play the shit out of it. That was Tuesday. Friday, I played Moonlighter. I was hoping to beat it, but apparently the last 2 or 3 dungeons just takes 5 ever now. Or maybe it's always been that long. I just never noticed, but it's pretty cool. There's a lot more. Basically, whenever you pick up items in the dungeon, there's now like a lot more artifact curses, which basically, when you pick up the item from an area or from a chest, the item will have like, okay, either this item in this directional, like it has like 9 directions it points to in your knapsack on a grid basis. And I was like, I say, okay, whoever's in the top left corner of this item will get destroyed upon returning to town.
Yeah.
Or this
yeah.
one,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
this one will
interesting.
send it home.
Mhm.
Or this one will turn into that one.
Yeah,
Oh,
your
fun little curses.
backpack is like a little puzzle you have to solve. Some items can't be next to other items, and some items can only be diagonal to some or some shit like that. I remember from the
Yeah, there's something like that. Yeah,
tutorial.
yeah. It's so that's kind of keeping that part interesting. And also, there's a if you spec into the gauntlet tree, and you get the final gauntlet weapons, they're basically the hands of some other anime character in a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
that's
Oh,
nice. Yeah, nice little homage. It's Star Platinum gloves, which looks kind of weird, like giant purple hands punching out your tiny guy, but it's fun. Yeah. It's not bad. It's just if you have to really love dungeon shop gameplay mechanic thing, but the other interesting part that's added something to it is after you get the third or fourth upgrade to your shop, which will like basically increases the size of it, you get a helper who kind of like can either help you take care of thieves and help sell stuff if you open up shop for the day, or you can just have her run the shop while you go to the dungeon during the day. But then she gets like 30% of all money made. But at a certain point, it doesn't
I saw
even matter.
you were playing, and you were floating like 30K.
Oh yeah, no, it's a lot of money. Well, also the last weapons are like 500,000 gold.
Okay, so 30K is not that much.
Yeah, no, it's the prices of the items like significantly level up between each dungeon and then also with each upgrade. Like this is like the first RPG game where I've played where a potion costs like 10,000 gold, and that's
Jesus.
like if you have the materials for it. It's like,
crazy
holy
also
shit.
that-
Okay.
that you have to buy those items for yourself, even though you like own a shop. You'd think you'd just be able to get it like wholesale from somewhere.
Well, the thing you can't you basically can get the jelly, which makes the potions cheaper, or you can buy it from the potion lady outright for a lot more money.
The potion master.
What up, Butternut?
Potion master.
What up,
Hey, butter.
Yum.
Yum, butter. So I've been playing that. I'm trying to finish it off stream. I'm not going to stream that again because it's nothing exciting happens. Instead, maybe, well, no, I'll be bringing back Hollow Knight to finish that on stream. I owe it to probably the two people that watch my VOD. I imagine there's like some guy out there that's on a fringe case that just watches my VODs, and he's just kind of waiting. He's like, oh God, when's he going to finish Hollow Knight? Oh God, what? I need to answer these questions. I need to answer these questions about Hollow Knight. Oh God.
The rare lurker that never says anything but still enjoys the content.
Exactly. He's like, oh God, another fist cake show. Great. Can't wait. Hell yeah.
I'll never talk to him. I'll never tell him how much I appreciate his content, but I'll watch
Never.
it.
I'll send him a letter when I'm about to die. And then that's it.
You got me through a hard time.
Who are you?
I've never seen you or heard from you ever before. And I watch every single one of your streams ever on VODs. I've been playing some more of The Surge, which is a lot better when you don't play the beginning shit-faced. So that's pretty cool. By the way, I hate your guys' content. That's why I watch. Well, thanks, Butter.
Any support is
Glowing
support.
review.
Yeah, joke's on you, tough guy. We got a view. Yeah, no, it's a lot more fun. I've gotten to the DLC. I've actually left the DLC area because it's kind of interesting in the fact that this is kind of like the first DLC I've seen where it has like a early game part and like a late game part where you can like go to it early, do some couple things,
That's
and then
cool.
like come back to it later.
So it's like
'cause,
it's just like a legit just area that is living within the world. It's not like gated behind finishing everything else.
No, because it's literally there's just like 2 or 3 other areas I can't have access to, and for like another 30 or 40 levels or like core power levels or whatever it's called in the game.
Yeah.
By the way, Celty says hi and that she'd be here, but she is streaming herself right now. That's okay. We appreciate it. Thanks, Alday.
Thanks for the
Good
wishes.
luck. Thank you for the wishes. Nice wishes, bro. Yeah, Yeah, so I'm really enjoying that. Finally got a decent suit. I got the Mantis suit going on. It's like that
I
blue.
think I was rocking the Mantis as well.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Yeah.
It's the fast one, yeah?
It's basically like if the Link set was light, the Mantis would be medium, Rhino's hard or heavy, and there's like an Ogre class, which is like ultra heavy.
Yeah, I think you did go with the Mantis suit.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Remember that.
Because I'm just going with that because I wanted something a little bit more protection than the Link's outfit because I have essentially the DLC area I'm playing is basically Five Nights at Freddy's, but an entire amusement park where all the animatronics are gone haywire. They're attacking everybody, and like one of the first weapons you get from them are basically they're like animatronic claws. So you have like these just giant claws hanging out of your hands. You're tearing people up. It's pretty good.
Classic
cool.
Wolverine.
Yeah. And then I also realized there's like actual like move lists. Well, not like a list. I don't know where the list
Like
is,
combo, right?
Yeah,
There's like
combos,
yeah.
like with Dark Souls, you can like, or games similar to that, you can like press one button and it does like a one button combo thing, like, light attacks, whatever.
Yeah.
This is literally like you can press between RB or right trigger, which are horizontal or vertical swings. And that completely changes your attack pattern. Like if you do like vertical, horizontal with the gloves, you basically swipe in once and then you do like a kick flip, like completely out of range of most melee attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
On the list of things that you miss when you're playing shit-faced.
Right? Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, I wouldn't even know that. I mean, I played that for like hours before I realized that was a thing on my sober playthrough. So yeah, that's going pretty good. Having a little trouble with where I'm currently at because I have no idea where to go. But that's just the beauty of those kinds of games. Where the fuck am I supposed to be at?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Have you fought the second boss yet? The one where it's like a big machine, that has like lasers and stuff.
Oh, the one that's
Firebug?
like in that weird courtyard-looking area.
No, that's like the first boss.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah,
like
being the first boss, I haven't fought the Firebug yet or whatever it's called.
Yeah, that boss sucks.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, the first boss was weird because I'm not used. Well, it was just a weird boss fight because I never had a boss fight in that game before, where basically you work up 1 meter to actually inflict damage on the boss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was very confusing. I'm like, yeah, it took me like 5 days. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it, kind of now.
Yeah,
It'd be great if like the game told you maybe what the goal was in the fight, but at the same time, maybe
Dark Souls like.
Yeah. It's the mystery, or it's the magic of the mystery. Whoa.
Mechanics
Will never
mystery
explain it.
where we intentionally hide stuff from you.
and then you feel like you've discovered things.
Mechanic.
A requirement. Look it up on the wiki.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty much just at that point right now. I'm like, I'm just gonna look stuff up on the wiki because I also found out there's 2 ways you can kill each boss. There's like a normal way and a hardcore way. And,
You got to go with the hardcore way.
well, it gets you more stuff, but you usually don't know how to do it unless, like, apparently
Look up in
for the second boss.
wiki.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And that's pretty much it for me. I mean, I played some Destiny 2 because I got inspired by you guys, but you can explain that on your part. How did you, the games, what play,
God, this
do?
bit again. Yeah, so like you said, Monday we played some Dark Souls. Tuesday we finished up Killer is Dead. We'll be playing some Resident Evil 6 this upcoming Tuesday. Wednesday,
Dragon Quest.
we played some Dragon Quest. That was fun. That was great because we had a great time, a lot of great jokes.
Oh yeah, the stream was quality.
Yeah, it was good. We were hitting good time. We made it through some parts. We got to like the world and we got to experience that a little bit, which was really cool. And went through an entire area.
2 hours and 10 minutes.
2 hours and 10 minutes of a stream, which is a little bit longer than usual. And
Well,
Matt-
because the game was so good.
yeah, right.
We're just like we could just go a little longer.
And how long did we make it? Like an hour and 55 minutes into playing the game. Matt, why don't you reveal the revelation that came to us?
Yeah. So the revelation was that we had this motherfucker on the whole time.
Yes.
For the whole 2 hour and 10-minute stream. It was on
I'll
the
laugh off.
whole
You
time.
continue.
And what's great, what really puts the...
I laugh so much because I know exactly how you feel about that kind of shit. So
Yeah. Yeah. It really hurts us.
Yeah.
What really puts the cherry on the cake, if you will, is that Corn came in about, I don't know, 45 minutes in.
No, about an hour.
Was it about an hour? Yeah, he came in, and one of the first things he says is like, "Hello, tunnel people." Right?
But we didn't get the hint because apparently Corn likes to speak in fucking riddles and didn't just tell us.
we were
in a tunnel area
in the game.
in the game. So when he said hello, tunnel people, we thought, oh, he's talking about the game.
And then I gave it a little chuckle, and we moved on.
Yeah, we moved on.
And then he proceeded to have a conversation with us. Didn't ask us maybe if we intended to have the immense reverb on our voices. And then was just like, all right, cool. See you guys later.
He probably just thought you guys were doing a bit, and he didn't have the heart to tell you that was a terrible bit. But lo and behold, it wasn't a bit at all.
Well,
it was live.
Yeah, it definitely bit us in the ass because I know in the past when we did I think we did an Outlast, we put the little echo effect on our voices when we were inside that water area, Outlast 2.
Yeah, maybe.
for a pretty short period of time, and so he probably just thought we were being extra.
Because I think you just got the stream deck thin or something like that.
Yeah,
and you're probably just fucking with it. But yeah, I've had I think it was not this Friday, but the Friday before. I came back from a break and I mute my microphone, and I usually keep the desktop volume going. Well, I played for another 45 minutes before Tommy's like, a guy in the chat. He's like, are you still supposed to be quiet? I'm like, oh no. I went on for 45 minutes with no voice, just video game sound. And I'm cracking jokes. My dog took a shit right beside me, and I lost it. I freaked out over that, but nobody heard that. They just saw me look confused, like,
what the fuck? He looks like someone's dog just took a shit.
Oh, dude, you should send an edited version of that to DC, Directionally Challenged, on YouTube, and have him overdub what he thinks you were saying. I feel like
that's a good idea.
That's his perfect type of content.
Oh, beautiful! I'm writing that down.
He has a series like that where you just see the streamer's
perspective,
and you don't actually see the game he's playing. But yeah, write that down. Oh man, but yeah. So we played Dragon Quest. Great game. Going really well.
Actually, a 9 out of 10 game so far.
Yeah, it's really good. Went to this bathhouse area.
Ooh,
that was pretty cool. It has this unique. It's not really that unique, but it has kind of a cool crafting system where you get materials together and then you hammer it out, and you have different. You have a total amount of heat that you start with in the forge. And then the more heat you have, the more a bar fills up, and you have to get the optimal amount on each bar on an item to fill out the item to craft it.
To make it better.
Yeah, to make it better, or to build it from scratch or whatever. And as you go, more heat is used, and so the bars get smaller. So you have to kind of plan it out and strategize.
But we don't know how it works.
We don't know fully what the best strategies
Mechanic where they don't.
Oh god.
Fucking
they
tell
partially
you.
explain to you.
Yeah, so does
They
Dark
give you
Souls.
the concept,
Go
at least.
ring the 2 bells, and you're like, what the fuck? I gotta ring
What
bells?
bells?
Yeah, the 2
Where
bells.
are
The
they?
2 bells.
One's on top of the church. The other one's in literally hell. Oh, cool. Great.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we don't really know how that works.
Yeah, we don't know how to get it, how to finesse it where we're getting, all of the bars perfectly met. It's kind of weird, and then you get special abilities where you can do 2 at once, and it gets all more complicated. But it's cool because you can make an item from scratch, and it's usually items that you can already buy. But the items you make here, you can have them be +1, +2, +3 versions of them, and then you can take existing items and use
reforge them.
Yeah, you can reforge them with perfection pearls or whatever, and make them even better. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, the game's super fun. And I highly recommend it.
And then Thursday we did not stream. Friday we did not stream.
Yeah, Thursday, Friday we didn't stream.
Friday I streamed with Coulter. We played Binding of Isaac. Got our ass kicked.
Oof.
And
no, I said it in chat and the other day. It's fine. It's already taken over. it's fine.
Taken over. Yes.
It finally worked. You got me. You did it. You goddamn son of a bitch. You got me. Great. Fantastic.
Feather in my cap.
And you're still playing Pokemon, right?
No,
No.
I'm kind of tired of Pokemon.
No,
I was afraid that would happen.
I'm just
Tell
like,
everybody what you're playing now.
I'm like, why don't you suck my ligma? So I'm playing Jade Empire, which is a great game, like 9 out of 10 game. The PC port though is actually awful.
Yeah,
It's one of the worst PC ports I think I've ever played, where it's negatively affected me. Usually I'm like PC ports, and it's like some finicky stuff or whatever. I can get over it. Like they changed how the camera works. Like there's no controller button configuration that's default that works for the menus. So I had to use tab and then like the arrow keys on the keyboard to navigate my menu, which is just so
revolutionary.
Smart. Really,
they allow you to use
two peripherals
yeah.
at a time. And then so they change it from like an action camera where you can control the camera or whatever with the right stick. I don't think the right stick does shit. Doesn't do anything.
Wow.
You have to turn your whole body like tank controls with the left and right triggers, instead of like how it was on the Xbox, where it was like a normal fucking where you would move and you would turn the.
How
thing.
does combat work like that? Because that's
Yeah.
important.
If you try to move left or right, you do like you're fighting and you just like strafe a little bit. I'm like, this is not how it's supposed to be. What happened?
Could you possibly run one of those controller config?
Well, I spent about 2 hours looking up if there was mods, anything that would get the controls to be like normal.
Yeah.
And they're like, not really.
You can't do
There's
it.
no real fix for it other than completely just mapping the keyboard controls to the controller.
Yeah, that's what I was going to suggest. Is
I don't want to do that.
Do one of those Xbox 360 or Xbox controller configuration things.
Worse, and then sometimes their voices would just cut out. Master Lee would be talking, and then he'd be like talking, and there'd be silence. You're like, all right.
Well, at this point, might as well.
But there would be words. And I'm not going to read that shit. So I need to be spoken to me. So I decided to skip it.
I'm not there.
Good thing I already played that game a bunch of times.
Yeah.
And I know what he's going to say.
Yeah. I could kind of see that you were getting a little bit bored of Pokemon, because even though I don't watch all of it, I do edit it out for episodes. And you were just skipping right through like dialogue.
Yeah.
Straight up, I was trying to find out names for episodes, and so I tried to pull them from like, because I just have to like, through osmosis, be like, what area does it look like he's in? Can I get like a snapshot of like the name of whatever like trial you're doing through conversation text? But I gotta like pause. Okay, what is he doing? Because you're like just clicking right through everything, or just tapping through whatever. Man.
Yeah. So the PC port is real bad, so I don't know what I'm gonna do about that.
That's just with old BioWare games like KOTOR's a nightmare to port.
KOTOR, Mass Effect 1 are just awful. Awful PC ports.
I haven't played Mass Effect 1 on PC.
It's awful.
I was about to say that'll be fun.
Bad port. I don't even think it had some like dumb shit where it doesn't support native controller. Jade Empire does. It's just only half of it works. And they didn't set it up like the Xbox controller. They just set it up in a fit of monkey rage, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna play.
Oh, you should try playing the game with the Steam controller.
I don't want to talk about it no more.
Okay.
Disappointing. Because I was having a great time. No one else in chat was having a great time. Everybody giving me shit. I'm over here trying to enjoy my game.
Giving you shit. Yeah.
All right. I got glorious dragon tattoos. You heard the lady say it. All right. She says that to you in the thing. She's like, "Oh, it is the hero with the really great, fabulous tattoos." I'm like, that's me.
Last time you played the game on stream, how did you play it? Why don't you go watch the video?
But if you look up the controller mapping things, our video pops up.
Yeah. Like the last time Matt did it, the first episode of it, which I think might have been the only episode, I don't remember, of Matt playing. It's like, help me complete my Steam library or whatever series that he was doing for a while. I think he lasted 4 games.
2 games.
2 games? Okay. I was going to give you 4.
I don't like to lie to the people.
That's true. And then, Matt showed me, sent me a little screenshot or a picture of it. And he was looking up the controller, and like, there it is. There's just our video. It's one of the
recommended videos
on the Google search page.
Oh, wow.
On Google, yeah, you can just search
And-
Jade Empire controller mod or something like that. It'll pop up.
Yeah.
Huh.
SEO, baby.
Yeah.
SEO.
Oh, let's see if he finds it.
Controller mod.
Something like that. Controller mapping.
Controller mapping. I'll figure that out. You can continue on with your week here.
And then we played Melee this weekend. That was a lot of fun.
Did like an 11-hour stream of Melee and Destiny on Saturday.
Yeah, Destiny. It's still like the same in my eyes. It's just good
gunplay.
Yeah, good gunplay.
Oh, shit.
It shows up.
Yeah, if you type in Jade Empire PC control mapping, you are number 2, and it's part of the let's complete my Steam library. 2 out of 360.
Oh, and that number is so much bigger now.
Yeah, now I'm pushing 700.
It's just
Good
a war of
thumbnail, though.
attrition.
Mm-hmm.
But
SEO, baby, it works.
Yeah, apparently.
yeah, I actually like the third subclass for the Warlock line. Did you see any of the times that I went like I used my ultimate move or whatever?
No.
Oh man, I was hoping that you would see some of them because literally I'm floating, and I'm like Emperor
never look up.
Palpatining. Well, I'm floating like a little bit. I'm like Emperor Palpatining everything, just and like as long as you're facing in the general direction of somebody, it's hitting like everybody in front of you. It just auto locks the chain, and I can just like melt people, and it lasts for like 15 seconds.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's
What's
pretty cool.
funny about that is that you have the same problem in Dark Souls 2 as you do in this game.
Huh.
Where you just die trying to platform.
Yeah, I okay. So, two things. First off, a couple of times I was trying to go too far with how much my glide would take me places, and just skipping like some
And
of the
die.
lower stuff, and I would barely miss a lot of things, and then end up dying. So that was kind of funny. And then I tried to switch to something more like what you guys were doing, because I have like a teleport ability with one of them, and I tried to do that right before like a battle. And we were like on like a little road, and I just ended up killing myself like 3 times, like teleporting in weird directions because I didn't have it down yet. And I was like, fuck it, just switch back to the glide. I'm like, I'm not doing this.
Okay.
It was
But-
very consistent. Almost every other jumping puzzle, Spencer would die.
Which
like,
is crazy because
once.
the first stream I really didn't have a problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
Coulter's was one that died a couple times in the first stream.
Yeah.
But this motherfucker over here, as soon as I look away, he died a bunch.
He did.
Um,
I'm just
Got
saying
him.
facts, dude. Everything I say is
But
right.
then, yeah, we did a couple of the Gambit things.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, and
It's fun.
yeah, it's fun. It's cool. I wonder if they're gonna have another like trial thing because apparently this is like their second one.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a fun mode. I like it. But we don't have really time to go into that. Instead, we'll start with the first story of the day, and it actually has to do with Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, so you kind of screwed up our intro there a bit because you talked about Melee and then you talked about Destiny. I was hoping we could do Destiny and then Melee, but
Well,
you know whatever.
You brought up okay, my bad.
I didn't bring up Destiny. You brought up Destiny, bitch.
You're the one who mentioned Destiny.
Watch the VOD.
Either way,
play it back.
yes, we played Melee on Saturday and Sunday. And in Melee related news, I guess number 2 more recently, but overall number 1
Pretty much the number
Player.
1
for the past like 4 years.
for a long time.
For a long time, like best player in the world, Super Smash Bros. Melee, Armada has recently
Retired
announced that
from singles.
Yeah, he's retiring from singles, so he'll still be doing doubles, is what he says, and he'd like to do commentary. And Fistcake, being somebody who's just been recently like playing the game and learning kind of how to play and stuff like that, do you have any questions about Armada or anything?
He's only lost to 7 unique players ever.
Oh. Wow. Yeah, no, I've read through this article that I found, and I kind of like read a little. I'm like, I've heard of him. You guys talk about him. He's a good Fox player or whatever. And
Fox and Peach, yeah.
Yeah, Fox and Peach.
Fox and Peach. And then, yeah, I knew he was good, and that he's like, I set out to be the greatest of all time at some point, and I believe I made that goal. And like the article goes on, like, yeah, he won. What is it? Across all 39 major tournaments he's ever played in, he has never finished outside of the top 4 and has won 21 out of those 39, along with 13 being second place finishes. So I would say the guy was good, as far as I know, as a simple layman.
Yeah. He had a really long undefeated streak.
Yeah.
It was almost a year or more.
Yeah.
Where he did not drop a set to anybody. Went straight up to winners, never went to losers bracket or anything like that, and was just like the top of the mountain. And then in the last, I want to say 6 months to, I don't have a good time for
Are you talking about Hungrybox?
Yeah, well, because Hungrybox.
He started his rise in 2016.
In 2016, yeah. So in the last year or so, his dominance over being number one the whole time has started to be a bit more challenged by the now number one player, I guess.
Hungrybox.
Hungrybox, the current considered number one player, at least in last year's list. Hungrybox with his win at DreamHack.
I didn't know.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a little sad.
Yeah,
Armada's a really good player, and you always know when he's at a tournament that he's going to be like this big, mountain, and it's always like, okay, now who's going to be up there in the other spot to try to take him down? There's this special tournament series called Smash Summit that it's a tournament where it's like a very small amount of people that they bring in.
They pretty much only bring in top players.
Yeah, it's like 14 people, 16 people.
Doesn't matter. It's like 20 people like max, and they have like a tournament or whatever. They have all the top players, like the 5 gods.
Yeah, like all the biggest players, and he won
4 or 5 in a row.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because they had a picture of him, and they put him up on the mantle or whatever at this house that they have the event at, and they use the same picture every time. So there's just a bunch of pictures of him side by side,
and then one of Hungrybox,
and one of Hungrybox, and then I guess recently now Mewtwo King.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, it sucks. I don't know. I watched him play Young Link against HBox in Evo 2013, 2014 or something like that, which inspired me to play.
Like period.
And then his Peach.
Oh.
Yeah.
After I was like, Young Link is trash. And I picked up Peach. He's like 100% the reason why I picked up Peach.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's the best Peach player in the world.
Yeah.
Out of the
player. 3.
Yeah.
I figured you looked up to him in some aspect if he played Fox and Peach, so I figured
his Fox
there were some motivations there.
Super good.
Yeah.
Compared to his Peach. His Peach is really fun and creative and stuff like that. His Fox is super bare bones.
Yeah.
Like he does he does all the Fox things like a Fox player should do.
Like really well.
But it's not exciting, like super exciting unless he's having a set with Leffen.
Which those sets always go crazy. Yeah, it's really crazy because he's definitely not like a straight up. When you watch him play, you can tell the difference between him and like someone who just plays Fox. Mm-hmm. But he still like demolishes people who play Fox.
Mm-hmm. Like Leffen.
Yeah, like Leffen, who is one of the best Fox players in the world. And he still goes toe to toe with them because he's just so consistent and can just like bring it out at any moment. Mm-hmm. And he actually I guess one of the most well things that he does with Fox is something called the Armada Shine, which is when there's 2 Foxes playing, usually they go out there and basically delete their stock off the stage and then come back, and it's just like this total. I don't know. It's really exciting.
The more you know.
But yeah, so apparently he's still gonna be doing doubles. He wants to commentate. He's still gonna be part of the community. He just doesn't want to do singles anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. It became, I guess, too stressful for him.
They said it wasn't fun.
Yeah.
They had motivation goals, which, I mean, it's understandable if you've like, all right, I'm super good at this.
Pretty much the best.
Yeah, I guess I'll just do something different.
Also, he's only ever been 4-stocked twice in tournament.
Oh,
ever.
Wow. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Both by Leffen.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, shit. Leffen.
So, Fistcake, why don't you start us off talking about Telltale?
Well, in case you have not been on the internet for the last week or so, or have not even picked up a phone or looked at anything ever, Telltale Games, is going through a major closure, where basically
Bankruptcy.
Yeah. They are getting shut down to skeleton crew of 25 people to finish a Netflix Minecraft story mode game.
Is it? I don't know what it is.
It's
Never heard of
Yeah.
a Netflix
Is it?
just like series based on the Minecraft.
Well, I
thing.
guess that's not getting renewed for season 2.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, there's only one. They only had the one Minecraft story mode game, so maybe that's just the exact same thing, but for Netflix, I guess.
It's like an animated
it's not-
like movie
Yeah,
or something. Yeah.
which is probably just them, just taking out scenes, the
I would
canon
hope that
scenes
it's
of the
not
game.
just that.
No, it's just that they had 25 people do just that. No, I'm not for sure, but from what we've seen, I guess it's not. Let's see, information recurring has not. They nobody has. For some reason, we can't seem to find like an official source that says Telltale Games final season is being shut down, but like everybody is saying it,
Yeah.
including like the voice actress.
Yeah, for
Which is like, what the heck?
for The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead season, the final season, which is crazy because like the second episode's coming out in like a few days, and this is like their one series that kind of pushed them
put
up
them on
into
the map. Yeah.
Yeah, it's bananas, but it is. They are just filling out an obligation to Netflix and whatnot, I guess. So
Yeah, which is crazy because this is all coming off the back after they released all those kind of like mediocre to shitty Telltale Games, and then they're like, all right, well, we got rid of like the dude that was running the show who was like a piece of shit, and did all of our money and everything like that. So then they refocused and reordered shit, and then they came out with the season 2 of Batman, which was really good apparently.
Yeah. that's what I heard.
The new season of The Walking Dead has like overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam.
yeah,
So it's like shitty timing.
yeah.
If
I guess
only
they just
had
didn't
done
do
it
it fast
like
enough.
a year earlier.
Yeah, exactly. And
It also doesn't help that they spent all their money buying licenses for franchises and shit, and then just flooding their own market. No one else was making games like them for like 2 to 3 years,
Yeah.
and they're just like, well. You want to fuck
They're
Game of
still-
Thrones? Here's Game of Thrones. You want another season of Walking Dead? Okay, here you go. And like,
Yeah.
this, so many. They have like a Guardians of the Galaxy one.
I didn't even know that existed until you just said it right now.
Yeah, they have a Guardians
Yeah.
of the Galaxy Telltale game.
Yeah, I saw this one thing. This guy was saying that I think it might be an article. I didn't grab it for the show, but I just saw the title, and it was like movie and TV shows benefited more from the games being created for them, and the games did not receive the same reference or I guess like benefit from.
I think that's
having been
bullshit.
existed.
The first season of The Walking Dead, everybody loved it, like from Telltale. The Wolf Among Us, people loved that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's from
Yeah.
a comic or whatever. If they had just released good ones, then they would have seen, this boom, and they didn't oversaturate their own market and then buy up a bunch of licenses.
And then like do them poorly, like the Game of Thrones one. A lot of the voice acting in it from the actual actors in the show is like subpar.
There's no actors in the show that did the.
They had a couple of the actual actors in the show.
Are you sure?
Yeah, there's a whole
It doesn't matter.
thing about it.
But yeah, that was trash.
It was
We played it.
pretty bad.
It was
Yeah.
bad.
I was excited for it because that was like right around when Telltale was kind of being like they were like
Kind of
releasing-
shitty.
They're like starting to. We're like, well, maybe this is like where they're gonna like redeem themselves. It's not where they redeemed themselves. They didn't redeem themselves until the end, and it was only barely. I don't know why they didn't do like a crowdfunding thing, or they didn't try to like.
They're probably millions and millions of dollars in debt.
Yeah,
Probably
it
just
has
so
to be
much
pretty
easier
bad.
File for bankruptcy.
Because they've been restructuring for like the last year or so with like new presidents, new like working on a whole new engine and everything, and then suddenly it's like, yeah. So apparently all the people that did enjoy our games before have refused to continue buying our games. Fuck. Okay, we're out of here. Oh god.
Real wish we didn't burn those bridges.
Like for fuck's sakes, for like The Walking Dead, you got The Walking Dead first season out in 2012, Walking Dead season 2 2013, Walking Dead Michonne 2016, which, you know, is stuff in between that. But then Walking Dead: A New Frontier 2016. And then there's two more. There's another Minecraft story mode in the same year. And there's Guardians of the Galaxy in the same year as well. It's just, it's all over the place. They have too much. If they just like took out like one game a year, they probably would have been okay.
Yeah,
like Minecraft story mode or Game of Thrones or Guardians of the Galaxy.
They should have bought licenses of like 2 or 3 big ones and then just stuck with those ones.
Yeah.
And then finish those and then, because no one wants the Guardians of the Galaxy. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah, no.
There's an
We have
obvious,
the
like,
movies
clearly.
for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they were turning into basically just like a game tie-in, trying to release it on a schedule that worked well with a movie coming out because it happens to be popular. Oh no, what broke?
I just dropped my phone.
Oh.
No big deal. Sorry. Continue.
NBD. Yeah, like it really became pretty obvious that a lot of it was just based around, oh, this is popular right now. Let's get it out real quick.
Yeah. Just get it out. But yeah, that was their own downfall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Get
It's
it out,
unfortunate,
get it
too,
out, get it out.
because I was really interested in playing some more, like, just to see how all that ends, because we've just been recently playing The Walking Dead.
Did I ever tell you about Telltale the Wise?
I guess you can say their content has become incomplete because they're never going to finish it.
Oh, goddamn.
Yeah.
Idiots.
Boo. No.
Got him.
All right. Well, moving on. Something else that happened this week. Tokyo Game Show. Lots of announcements. A whole list of games here. So much to go through. I think if you go to the GameSpot link at the very bottom, there's just like a general. Oh no, actually, that I'm thinking about something else. Yeah, you can just scroll down and it goes game by game. But lots of interesting stuff. Not a whole lot of. Not everything is a new announcement, but there's just more details on existing stuff.
Oh my God.
What is-
GameSpot, they fucking.
Yeah, GameSpot is I'm considering not using
actually
it anymore
trash.
after this.
Yeah.
But some noteworthy stuff. A new Devil May Cry trailer. Well, I'm sorry, Devil May Cry 5 trailer, and they announced another playable character. Who was it that they were?
V. He's the V in Devil May Cry V.
Oh my
Nobody really
God.
knows. Nobody really knows a whole lot about him. Officially, people are speculating that he's like Dante's son with another lady called Lady from Devil May Cry 3.
Real original there. Capcom.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was pretty good. But yeah, so they're speculating that he's going to be more of like a spellcaster type, which is going to be interesting to see since Nero and Dante are all about, oh yeah, sick combos, guns, swords, and
Yeah,
actually fucking
spectacle
motorcycles. But I imagine he's probably going to be like a quick spell slinger. But you know, we'll find out more. And also, you can buy red orbs with real money. They have microtransactions.
I saw that about microtransactions. Apparently, they're going to be the same as Devil May Cry 4, though. I don't know how those were.
No, so just
Yeah, I
continuing the
didn't-
existing system. I didn't even know that that was a thing.
Yeah, neither did I. Even have the game. I've played a little bit of it. I've never seen that, or if I have, I've been like, yeah, fuck that. But they claim that it's not going to like actually affect the gameplay. It's just for people who want to spend more money just to buy stuff immediately.
It's there if you wanna.
Yeah, it's there if you want to. But so allegedly, it's not going to change the gameplay. But we'll find out more when the actual game releases.
Right. Yeah. Interesting. Something to keep an eye out for. Catherine is getting a like an extended release called Catherine Full Body, which apparently is going to have.
I feel like they released this game again.
Yeah, they
Often.
did. It's the Catherine with the K, I think, was like a remaster re-release, and I think it added another Catherine to it. But this is Catherine Full Body, which is essentially the same thing, but they add another character to it.
Yeah,
it's
and
like
it's actually
Catherine with a
another-
Q.
Is it another Catherine or is it another character entirely? I don't even know.
Well,
Yeah. It gets
she's a
more
love
confusing.
interest, which I guess is technically makes her a Catherine because they're all like variations of Catherine, I think.
Right.
But I'd have to.
I've never
Oh, yeah,
played this
well.
game, but I've heard so much about it. There's a whole speedrunning community around it. I still don't know what's going on in that game.
Yeah, it's bananas.
But let's see here. Some other stuff. There's some smaller games like Days Gone.
That is not a smaller game.
Days Gone.
That is a big game.
Is it a big game? I didn't know this
It's
existed.
that zombie one with the motorcycles.
Oh, okay.
You don't know what we're talking about, do we?
No.
Why do you say "oh" like you knew?
Well, because I knew you would call me out. It'd be funny. Wow. Okay. Well, interesting.
Yeah.
They got
teaches you to just say stuff.
Yeah, I got you.
I lied. Rin is the new Catherine. It's not new Catherine. It's just her name's Rin. Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to make that clear.
So weird. So weird.
Just a small indie game, Dead or Alive 6.
God damn it.
You might not have heard of it. It's a real small independent developer, Capcom.
Yeah, I mean, kind of cool. I remember playing Dead or Alive in the past. Those were always entertaining.
Another pixel graphic game, Death Stranding. I think they made it an RPG Maker. Small. I think it's like a half a person made it. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's one of those. Those horror games you can get on Steam for $3. But Hideo Kojima made it, so it's going to be a little spookier.
Yeah,
and a little crazier.
It's really cool too, because they reportedly made the entirety of the game with just like the base stuff you get in RPG Maker, which is really cool.
Didn't make any of their own assets.
No, it's all just RPG Maker assets. But anyways, Death Stranding actually has a couple of updates. Troy Baker was brought in to play a character who, I guess you were seeing the video. Fizzcake, he is controlling those oil.
Yeah,
creatures.
he can control. He can control. Great. He can control. Those beasts that you've been seeing like kind of plop out of the ground, like kind of like purgatory people or whatever.
Yeah.
He like takes off his gold mask, which he still has like a normal face mask underneath it, so that's a thing. I don't know. And he like
double masked.
He double masked. He like whirls it around on the ground, and he kind of like directs it towards the sky, and then suddenly all those oil people turn into like a giant lion with a golden mask.
Oh my
it's
god!
Like, oh,
he used a summon from Final Fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
Bahamut.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting with boss fights. We still have
we don't know how
barely
fight
any
them.
fucking idea. Barely any fucking idea how this thing works, but it's whatever.
Yeah. So I'm still excited to play the game. It's such an enigma. We have this game for the PSVR, Deracine.
Made by the people from FromSoft.
Oh, right. This is the game we talked about before that had that little...
and
thing.
the graphics look really bad.
Yeah, it's this weird, like, drawn look to it, but... Yeah,
it looks
like it's a VR game.
Yeah.
Era game.
Yeah. So that's interesting.
Yakuza people are making a game called Judge Eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ow.
And do we know, like, what Judge Eyes is?
I think you're a lawyer.
Yeah, you play as like a lawyer who got basically you won like a huge case, and then the guy that you saved like a week later kills his girlfriend, and then like you're basically disbarred, and then
you're like, come on, man.
Don't take my
bar. It's
like,
fuck. not my bar. But then like it goes on like years later, and you're basically kind of like more like a detective than a lawyer, I think, but you still are figuring out mysteries, punching people. It's basically Yakuza, but you're doing it with a lawyer instead of a Yakuza.
Yeah, literally, it's like at this point the Yakuza team has turned taking baffling scenarios and making them compelling into a fine art. So expectations for Judge Eyes are high.
Yeah.
Of course, they talked about Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm not seeing like anything. I think it's just mostly like, hey, we're here and we're confirming.
No, I think they showed a
Big
new
Hero 6.
world,
Yeah.
Big Hero 6.
Oh yeah, that was talked about before, but I guess they were showing what it looked
I think
like.
it got leaked.
Is that might be
and then they have
probably.
officially shown it. And then they did a release date or whatever,
Yeah.
January 29, 2019.
which is pretty cool. That's very soon.
Mega Man 11.
Yeah.
I've never really played any of the Mega Mans. I don't really care about them that much.
Yeah. There's a lot of like samurai ninja type games coming out. You have like Ninjala, Ghost of Tsushima, and Sekiro all coming out pretty soon.
Neo 2.
Well, I think a Ninjago is a different kind of tier of samurai
Yeah.
ninja games. I don't think it's in the same tier as Ghost of Tsushima and
Ninjala
Sekiro.
projects the same candy-coated attitude of Splatoon, but its PvP
Yeah.
battles are designed around a very different set of mechanics and rules that distinguish it from Nintendo's lighthearted shooter.
Whoa, it's like bubble popping or bubble
Yeah, every
something.
combatant blows bubblegum bubbles to generate melee weapons of relative strength. The bigger the bubble, the stronger and slower the weapon. there's an inherent risk to the process as well, as you'll get trapped by your gum should another player knock you out of commission.
Jesus Christ! Oh God, no!
That's the depth. So much strategy.
A lot of strategy.
They showed some stuff for Resident Evil 2 remake. They I guess had a video that focused on Claire.
Yeah, it kind of shows like what they're going to do with the Birkin guy, which basically he's the scientist that turns into a huge monster in the second one.
Yeah,
and it's kind of cooler because like before he turned into like a giant bodybuilder, but has like a giant like zombie arm with a giant eyeball in it.
Yeah, like the one that was in the movies.
Yeah, but this one it's more like the giant thing is basically he has like his normal human body that you can kind of see in the middle of this torso of this giant monster. Oh. It's kind of cool. It's kind of like a nice little detail. Yeah, it's like
that's
right.
Japanese.
Yeah, it's just cool. It's like all curled up and shit. He's like, ugh. It's like, yep, that's actually more terrifying. Okay, cool.
Great, perfect. Hey, how's it going, USA Voyager?
Hello.
We have the Tetris effect, which I've seen some video on. It's like this really crazy VR version of Tetris, and it's all like lights, and it's completely three-dimensional, and it's nutty. Yeah,
Warriors Orochi 4.
Oh, thank God, another one.
Who's buying these fucking games, dude? They've
same
made the
same
Dynasty
game
since the PlayStation 1.
It has a cast of over 170 playable characters.
Jesus Christ.
Kill hordes of enemies.
It takes place in an alternate dimension where Dynasty Warriors and Samurai Warriors characters fight side by side at the behest of the one, the only, Zeus, the Greek god of thunder.
Oh, Warriors Orochi then? Is that right?
Yeah, Orochi.
Oh, Orochi. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, next they're going to be like, pre-order and unlock Kratos.
Right?
He's
at this point.
It's going to be like Smash. You're like, oh, shit, Kratos is in Warriors. Oh, fuck, Koi Tecmo. They're madmen. I can't believe they've done it. Sly Cooper's like, I'm coming in. And he joins the fray.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Oh, shouldn't you be upset if they put Sly Cooper in a different game?
They already have.
I would. Yeah, he was in PlayStation All Stars.
Yeah,
which was
a real game.
Oh yeah,
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know. It depends if the game was good. I love Sly Cooper. Yeah. I'll play whatever he's in.
I'll follow Sly Cooper wherever he goes. If
wherever
it's good.
where he goes, I go.
All right.
I have a couple, things where I'm just like I'd ride or die.
So
for Sly Cooper.
That's most of the major announcements here that we wanted to talk about or caught our eye for the Tokyo Game Show. In the interest of time, do we want to just go into the last thing that we have here, the Capcom Vancouver shutdown?
Oh, yeah, we can real quick. Yeah, sure. I'll just grab that. Yeah, so the people that made Dead Rising, the game that has like actually 4 games in it, but you probably didn't know about it. You probably only heard about like one or two.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they are being shut down, which is going to be a $40 million loss for Capcom. But apparently, let's see. We're sad to announce that effective today, Capcom Vancouver has suspended operations. A tweet from the official Capcom Vancouver account reads, "We want to express our deepest thanks to our team and our fans for all your support." Let's see what else they say. Yeah, basically, they just... they can't really afford to keep them around anymore because they've been just releasing games with mediocre to poor results, which recently, the most recent game they made was that, that Puzzle Fighter game that was out in the App Store. If you missed it, don't worry about it because, 95%, 95% of people missed it too. So don't worry about it. It's not just you that killed Capcom Vancouver. It was all of us.
It was all collectively.
We all did it. We all took a turn stabbing Capcom Vancouver right in the chest.
It's like they
they did give us Dead Rising 4. So they deserved it.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, I hate the Dead Rising games. They're trash.
So it seems like to me they were continuing the series and they weren't getting quite the same reaction as they did with the first 2 Dead Risings, which other people liked a lot. And they were like, okay, we're gonna give you Puzzle Fighter. All right, it's just low, responsibility. Just make it good. If this does well, $40 million, maybe. And they're like, nobody knows about it.
They didn't hook any whales.
Yeah, they didn't hook any whales. That was probably the last ditch effort.
Yeah, because they actually require skill and stuff.
It's never like good news to hear that a studio shut down.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, besides Dead Rising, the series, there really wasn't anything else noteworthy that they did, as far as I know.
Okay. I don't think so. Yeah. That studio's not. It's not very. Doesn't really have anything else going for it, other than like they kind of help out with other big games. But
so they
were their
like,
own personal
like
games.
A B studio.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, they did the Bigs and the Bigs 2.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so they pretty much only did Dead Rising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they started out as Blue Castle Games initially.
The more you know.
And then turned into Capcom Vancouver. And then...
They didn't even do Dead Rising 1.
Whoa. Who did Dead Rising 1?
Probably just straight up Capcom then.
Oh, it's sequel to Dead Rising right there. Yep, Capcom. So they were given the Capcom...
Capcom Production Studio, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What a storied web we weave. But on that note, I think we're going to go ahead and get into the outro. Fistcake, why don't you tell people where they can find you and what you're doing?
You can find me on the old YouTubes at youtube.com/whatever Fistcake. I upload videos sometimes. This week I'll have definitely the Killer is Dead videos up, and probably might be able to finish it off this week. There might be some leaking, some leftover videos released next week. Try to work on an FMV video, but apparently the way I recorded it is causing a huge problem with my movie editor, so I had to figure that out. Basically, it tries to load up like two soundtracks, but like sound audio tracks, yeah, and it just does not could never do it. I'm like, okay, cool. So here's hoping that's not all wasted, because that's like an hour of my afternoon gone forever. Damn it. You can also catch me on twitch.tv/Fistcake, where I right now stream 3 days a week, Monday and Tuesday, with these guys in the evenings playing games and shit. This week, Dark Souls 2 and Resident Evil 6. Then Friday from probably 4 to 10-ish, more games. I'll be playing probably Hollow Knight, and then later in the evening playing games with friends. And then I think that's on Saturday we'll be streaming our first official episode of our first official gaming episode of the new arc of Adventure Complete, but that'll be for the Adventure Complete stuff, but I will be on that as well. Where can people find you two?
So for Neanderthal Gaming TV content, you can catch us on YouTube and at Twitch at Neanderthal Gaming TV. All of our Twitch content, the vast majority of our Twitch content ends up over on our YouTube channel. We stream, I want to say 4 or 5 nights a week. We do Monday Dark Souls 2, Tuesday we do Into the Veil, so Resident Evil 6 right now. We're doing Dragon Quest 11 on Wednesdays. We're going to try to fit Octopath Traveler back in here eventually, so we don't completely just abandon that game. But on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday in the mornings, we've been playing Melee. When Smash Ultimate eventually comes out, we'll probably switch out Melee for Smash Ultimate on Sundays. And, of course, release date of Ultimate, we'll be playing that as well. Get hyped for that. But what else? Oh, yeah, and then, of course, recently we've been playing some Destiny 2 in the afternoons on Saturdays. But for Constant Complete specific information...
1 second, I gotta find it.
CCP.
Where the fuck is that? Yeah, there it is.
There's and also catch us on Twitter at NFLGTV. For Constant Complete specific information, follow us on Twitter at ConComcast. It's where you can find information about Into the Veil and the podcast itself. You can send us ideas and suggestions to constantcompletecast@gmail.com. As the podcast goes live at 3 p.m. Pacific time on Sundays at both twitch.tv/ConComcast and twitch.tv/Neanderthal Gaming TV. All episodes are available on YouTube. The audio-only version is available on your favorite podcasting app, and both are released on Mondays. So we stream on Sundays, and the episodes, both the audio and the video, is released on Mondays. Any last bits of information, news? Comments?
Adventure Complete has its own Twitter now, in an interest of trying to keep video games and tabletop games separate things. It's at ADCOMCAST, AdComcast on Twitter. So, that's a thing. Other than that,
Don't sound so upset by it.
well,
I
I'm just
I
trying to
like
remember.
how literally the name, like the Twitter handle is AdConcast, like you're an advertising agency for Comcast, and it's hard to
Yeah.
avoid it because Constant Complete podcast. But that's fine.
Yeah, I try to put down literally just Adventure Complete, but then Twitter's like, oh, well, we say you can have 50 whatever letters for your name.
Mm-hmm.
Psych, it's actually Adventure Complete 1. I'm like,
Oh.
okay. Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks,
that's the
Twitter.
worst. But
Yeah, so
Oh, you could do ADV.
Adva.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like advanced or adventure instead of ad.
that might be better.
Or
Yeah.
Adventure Comp.
I would go ADV.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 3 letters for each thing. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh,
The-
yeah.
the first 3 letters of each
I'm
thing.
like a
yeah.
branding genius, so
Oh, okay.
But
All right.
make
Well,
sure to for the time being, check out the Adventure Complete Twitter. Give it a follow so you can know when the role playing streams.
yeah. You
are
guys got a
happening.
new guy, right? Yeah, me and
Yeah.
Spencer are taking a break,
Hiatus.
a hiatus.
But yeah, it'll be Fizzcake, Adam, of course, still, and then another guy coming in and joining. Apparently, he's a natural. So
yeah, his name's John. He's pretty cool. He's playing kind of like a Quark Masterson. He likes to
God.
craft stuff. So
They replaced you, dude.
no.
and
Oh, no.
I'm gonna
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
You need a Cork Masterson in a group like that. So
Oh yeah.
that's totally
Always.
fine. All you need now is like maybe a couple more people, and you could have the entirety of the apostles. You already have Adam, and
John.
John,
Fizzcake.
Fizzcake. Yeah, it's all there.
Little
The
known
third- the
indie
third
apostle.
apostle.
Yeah,
The indie apostle. God.
all these biblical names. But yeah, so be sure to check them out there. And you guys are streaming on Fizzcake
And Comcast.
and Comcast. That's right.
No, we'll just be streaming that straight to
Straight to Comcast.
We'll be streaming that to the Comcast Twitch, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, so be
Yeah.
sure to check that out over there. That'll still be happening on Saturdays, right?
Yep. Saturdays will be this coming Saturday will be the last stream for that for a bit because I'll be getting ready to travel to Washington, all that fun
boy.
stuff. So
Party time.
yeah.
Party's here. It's a little
God
sneaky
damn it.
quote.
no.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, end this fucking thing before
All
I
right. Well,
blow
thanks
my
everyone
brains
so much
out.
for watching and listening, and we're getting to the outro. See you guys next time.
Peace.
Bye.